Hi, this is Madman from Access Rock, and I'm sitting here with Nicke from Backyard Babies.
Yes.
Yes, how are you, man?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Looking forward to your gig tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, rock the house.
It's
gonna be. Is it sold out?
Yeah, I think it's sold out, and it's of course the class. It's a classic grounds, KB. Kulturbolag in Malmö is a very special place, one of a kind. I think it's not many of these type of places still around. I don't know. You read recently.
It's been around for like 30
years
or so.
You read recently about. I mean, you had your share of Debaser closing down here, but one of the Debaser in Stockholm is also have to move right now, and I'm talking about it all the time from the stage that it's rare, really, unique. Live venues like Kulturbolaget, like Oslo, Rockefeller, we were there like 2 days ago. It's really a privilege for cities to have those type of venues in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
I've been to shows here myself many times. I've traveled from my hometown, Nässjö, which is not so far away from Malmö, and also from when we moved to Stockholm, we traveled down to Malmö to see bands. I remember seeing Social Distortion here in '96. I was in the front row. That's how I got to know the band, and then eventually, of course, we toured with them and became friends with them. But this was actually at Kulturbolaget I saw Social Distortion for the first time in '96.
Cool.
Yes.
And plus, there's been like really big bands like Slayer, Mastodon.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming to Kobe in Malmö.
Yeah, it's a good venue. Good venue. Good people. Good people. It's run by good people. It's run by music lovers. I think. Sometimes there's no room for music fans these days in the commercial business, but these people here managed to keep Kulturbolaget Kobe alive by the love of music. I think. Cool. Respect.
That's really cool. So let's talk about your new album,
yes.
4x4.
Yeah.
It's your first album since 2008 with new material.
Yeah, that's right.
So how has it been received by your fans so far? Because it was like 5 months ago, I think.
Yeah, it was in August, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I should know that. Yeah, after the summer, right? It's been received really well. I mean, of course, we were really happy with the songs that I wrote, and with recordings and the producer and everything was going, and the first single out in 13 or Nothing was released before the summer last year, and it was well received. But you never know, like with the whole album, and people tend today to be really, they spoil, they get a lot of music all the time, and you put your heart and soul into a record, like you should do, and like we do at least, you rehearse, write, and record for over quite a long time. And so, of course, you want people to actually pay attention and listen, and even if you don't like it, at least, give it a try. But our fans were like really happy with the album, and the media response has been really good as well. So I was like, wow, very, very grateful, and almost a little bit surprised, even though that I liked it. I wasn't sure, people would have the patience to listen to it and actually take it for what it is, So that's cool, especially, and it's not, the cool thing is also that it's the same kind of reaction all around the world. It doesn't matter if you're some fans from the States, or like mostly we've been into Europe now, doing press and the tours and festivals, and all the press in Europe are like the same thing, in Japan the same thing, and here in Sweden as well. So yeah, good, we're happy. It's good to actually be able to make a record the way you should make a record, as I said, and have it released. Maybe it's not going to happen again. I don't know, because you actually seriously don't know what's going to happen with the music industry. The records, the CD is completely dead. So we're looking at other options like vinyls and other, today. But to release a record is cool, and when it gets appreciated by the fans, it's really awesome.
Yeah, because I talked with a lot of bands who says that they're releasing EPs instead of full records.
Yeah.
You only listen to like 4 songs of like 10 songs, So why not just release 4 songs, then release 4 more later?
Yeah, I know, yeah. And
is that something you're gonna do in the future?
No, yeah, I have no idea, but I think that is kind of that is the digital kind of restless youth fault, because I didn't do that when I grew up. I bought a record, and maybe I waited for that record for a half year or more, or whatever, you know, and I ordered it, and then I got it, and you know, walked home with it, fucking thing. It was like a ceremony, you know, and you put it on your turntable and you listen to it over and over and over again, and both sides all the time. You read the lyrics, you look at the artwork and everything. So today, but I know exactly what you're saying. Like people they listen to a few songs on Spotify or other streaming services, and then they like, and they do something else. They go on Facebook. I know I have a 13-year-old kid. You know, he's completely fucking all over the place. You know, I don't think he listened to a whole record ever in his life so far. So then bands thinking that they should release like EPs instead, because people. It's kind of like. It's a downward spiral. But I mean, as long as you're releasing music and people are appreciating it, I guess it's fine. But I like the kind of format to work on an album, and then you have like it's a closed chapter in your career. This is the album. You built a tour around the album. You built something around the album. Like Kiss even designed like outfits for every album and every tour and special. You can't do that really around EPs or a song.
Yeah, that's true. And
so yeah.
And what was the inspiration making 4x4? I mean, after 5 years long absence.
Well, we came to our senses that you know, we had a long enough break from each other. We've done sort of like a lot of other stuff music-wise, and also other kickstarted other careers, you know, so everything was kind of, for me, going pretty steady, and I guess the same thing for Dragan, and the family life was kind of settled, so we felt that 2015 would be a good year to, you know, to come back, and we talked about it early 2014, and it was actually no big deal. We were just like, okay, so should we, like, you know, get together, write an album, and we need to have a very focused plan, and we were all agreeing on that, and then we did it, you know. So because the thing was, we were never ever was there an idea that we should split up the band. It was just that it was an honest break, that we didn't know when we were going to start again, because we need to do this stuff first in between, and also to make sure that actually Backyard Babies would live forever. By taking the break, we made sure that would happen. Otherwise, I think we probably wouldn't sit here today.
Okay, cool. Because I read on the internet, like a lot of bullshit, that you broke up.
On the internet, bullshit.
On a lot of forums, I don't know, that you broke up because you were tired of touring. After 20 years of work,
I mean,
you said like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, that's true, you know. Everything, there was a lot of reasons, you know. One thing was, one of many reasons was that I was really sick and tired of the more or less endless touring that we were doing. I didn't think it led to anything, you know, we kind of stood still. That was just like one thing of many things, as I said. So I brought it to the table, and then the other guys was not really happy about that decision, but afterwards they could, you know, all agree on that it was a good idea. I think it was a genius move to actually take a break and to, you know, look up on your band and your career and your, you know, trademark or whatever what you have, and how to continue with it. Because as we said, you know, the music industry is changing all the time. And you can't feel like, because then you have to, like, okay, open your eyes, look around, what should we do, you know, what can we do as a band 2015?
So if you wouldn't split up 2010, where do you think you would be today?
I think that we would have probably tried to make another record, and it wouldn't have been good, you know, and maybe the record after that wouldn't be good, we'd be going to do more tours, and I think that if we would have tried to continue, we would become not like real enemies, whatever. and split up the band eventually. And it would be sad because we would split up the band on the hills down. You know? If we do it like in 10 years or whatever, we have a mutual decision to call it a day, which I don't think is going to happen. At least we're going to do it like on the level that we want to be, you know, as a band. We're going to try to keep on climbing now, you know. It's important for us to always set new goals and not be happy where we are.
Like winning back the audience.
Well, yeah, you know, and also once again, but the music industry is changing so much. I mean, we don't even have something called records soon anymore. We have you know, releasing the vinyls or whatever. But I'm saying that there's a whole new generation that look upon consuming music in a totally different way that we did, or I did, and that our parents did. Yeah, what was I saying? I lost my track there.
I know what you're saying, because now you have your music in your phones,
Yeah.
you have your music everywhere,
Yeah.
and it's so easy to just shuffle
Yeah.
or take the next song,
Yeah.
like on a vinyl or
Yeah.
something like that. You have to listen to the whole one.
Yeah, so I think that you know, if we were to try to continue, we wouldn't sit here today. That would be a pretty, you know, sad way of ending. Now, you know, at least, yeah, we're gonna try to look for new goals. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, but it's the same thing. I mean, yesterday we did a great show in Karlstad. The day before that, we did a great show in Oslo. But I did a lot of things that I did yesterday that I should work on that live. That didn't really work well. I mean, I'm constantly on a kind of improvement state of mind, which is maybe, you know, a curse in a way, because you can never really relax and be in the moment. I'm constantly ahead of time, whether it's working on other stuff or just a live show. But I think that's what taking this band forward. You push yourself all the time, you know. So we want to try to, you know, go forward in our career with this new energy that we got from having a break.
So you're gonna release more albums in the future?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to continue to make music. We're going to continue to play live shows. We love to play live. We love to see the audience. But the thing is, like, you can't do this Scandinavian tour right now, and then do another Scandinavian tour in September, and then do another Scandinavian tour in December. You can't do that, because then it's like, wait a minute, you were here 2 months ago, you know. So you need to be you know, a healthy kind of circle of releasing music, taking a step back, doing the tours, you know, whatever. So it's going to probably be that Back Your Babies is going to disappear from the stages for maybe a year or more in the future, but we're not going to go out in the media saying, hey, we're taking another break. No.
We're taking another 5-year break.
Yeah, so. No. It's just going to be a natural, you know, thing. I'm probably going to release a lot of music under my solo project flag, or I write a lot for other artists, and you know, but Back Your Babies is back, and we're going to stay here. But how we're going to continue our career, I think that's kind of written in the stars. I don't know. But we're already excited about what's happening, because you can't look at the negative side on it all the time. You can't, because you sound bitter and you sound, you know, it's not. I mean, it is what it is right now, and you can only try to embrace the positive sides of it with the digital, you know, releases and internet and whatever, you know. You have a whole new world of interacting with your fans, you know, which is really cool. I mean, yesterday we sent live on Facebook mentions, you know, from when we walked on stage and shit like that, and then people were like, hey, because everybody who follows Back Your Babies on Facebook, you know, they get a little push notice that it's Back Your Babies broadcasting live, you know, get online, and so a lot of fans from all around the world watch us in real time, you know, and walking on stage, stuff like that, you know. You could never have that before, you know.
And that's true. That's
so
technology. Everyone's on Facebook as well, so
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's then it's owned by Satan. We're all doomed. No, anyway, but yeah, so yeah, Back Your Babies is definitely not going anywhere. We're going to continue to release music, and we are, first of all, really happy to be on stage, to have new songs to play from a new album, and there's a lot of people obviously tonight coming to see us, and one main thing is also that they're really happy in the audience. I would be surprised if it'd be different tonight, because I always loved my fans, but seeing but seeing them really, really happy, almost like, you know, sentimental kind of happy at some point in the show, that's cool. You know, it proves that you made a little difference in those people's life, which is cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. So you had your first gig, reunion gig at Sweden Rock last summer.
Mm-hmm.
How can you describe your feeling when you walked out at stage and saw all this audience in front of you?
I had a blackout basically from just walking to the stage until after the show. I don't remember. But, well, a little bit serious. I was kind of overexcited. I think we all were overexcited, really overexcited to actually play at Sweden Rock Festival, our premier gig, first time in 5 years. There's a lot of people there. The expectations were built up to fucking craziness. So I was like, it was all muscle, you know, like. Everybody saw the gig, said it was awesome, and I was kind of just like, as I said, overexcited and almost had a blackout, so I don't really remember that much of the gig. And I'm sober, so it wasn't that. But no, the feeling was amazing to walk on stage, because I thought to myself for a few seconds that how the fuck are we doing this? It's which side is Dragon? It's there, and let me see. You know, we've done so many gigs over such a long time. Then after the 5 years was just enough to actually start thinking that, do I remember this? You know, I've been on the stages, big stages, small stages, done big TV shows, whatever, I've done for the whole, you know, break. But not with Backyard Babies, of course, you know. So it's, but it took like a few seconds, and then everything was like perfect. And then I got a blackout and stuff.
So do you prefer festivals gig or like intimate club gigs?
I like them all. I love festivals because it's a very special feeling, and you're outdoors usually, and people are, you know, more or less in a very special mood, you know, festival mood. You know.
Like drunk and...
all fucking dirty and drunk and half naked. Awesome. And I like club gigs because, as you said, you get an intimate kind of feeling. It's sweaty, and then you can interact with the audience. You're much closer to the audience. But if I turn it around, I mean, would I like to prefer to see a festival? I like to see festival shows as well. But sometimes I think the sound is, you know, if it's really windy or if you're really like far away from the stage, you know, you can experience really bad sound, which is not good. I mean, you prefer a good sound, you know, so then maybe club shows are better for sound.
It's all about it's all up to the sound.
Yeah, I guess so, but you need to have the kind of whole experience, the sound, the lights, the band, so then it will kind of move you in, you know. But I've seen awesome festival shows as well, you know, yeah.
So one last question, Nicke. Do you have any guilty pleasures?
Well, that depends on if you would call it a guilty pleasure. It's not really a guilty pleasure for me in a way, but I can change around the question. So is there anything that you do very passionate that people don't know about? Yes. I am a passionate rider. I ride horses. I'm spending more and more time at the stable. Right now about 3 days a week, you know, and I'm, you know, want to start competing in show jumping maybe later this year. That not really. Well, everyone who follows me on Instagram knows that, of course, because there's equally amount of horse pictures and maybe Jeep pictures and rock and roll pictures. But I do that, and I listen to a lot of country music. I'm a fucking sucker for really melodic, sentimental, young country girls singing stupid lyrics.
Like Taylor Swift.
Like Taylor Swift, like Miranda Lambert, like Carrie Underwood, like Maureen Morris is my new favorite. Yeah, but I'm also like into country music in general, you know. So I get very inspired by the kind of singer-songwriter thing, you know. So obviously it's not. Something that I don't want to talk about, as you can see.
Well, my guilty pleasure is Justin Bieber. I love his.
Oh really? Record. Well, I wouldn't go that far. No.
I don't know why, but I really like it. It's
really.
Yeah, I was shocked myself, you know.
You know what? I haven't really listened to him at all. So, but No, maybe not.
Don't tell that to anyone, please.
Okay, I won't. Don't tell that to anyone. He's listening to Justin Bieber.
So, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be, you know, great to continue this Scandinavian tour that we're rolling right now. Yeah.
So thank you for
Thank you.
talking to me.
Thank you.